What's this? Orange juice? Danny has orange juice in his fridge? What up, gamers?
So what's up, boners? In today's video, like you saw in the title, we're going to destroy the Orange Juice gang for Danny because it's cringe. I'm planning to make a game that contains different levels, or should be called game modes, because they basically like different game with different mechanics. You will get what I mean later. But before that, go to your fridge and grab some milk and come back to watch. I'm waiting. I have time. So I went to Google and downloaded some images and I did them a bit, and this is the current game character that we're going to use. And before starting, I wrote down all the mechanics and ideas that I want to implement in my game in a piece of paper, so everything is clear to me. I started by making the animation for the orange slice so the game feels more, let's say, energetic. And for the first game, I got inspired by Blackthorn Prod Endless Runner game. Also, Zyger made a game with the same mechanics for her Ludum Dare 46 entry. I started by coding the player movement, which is the milk, so now he can go up and down as you can see. After that, I started working on the orange slice, so I've made a C# script to control the translate movement, so it seems like the player is moving, while the obstacles are the ones that actually are translating, and the player can avoid them by just avoiding. And of course, the ultimate game booster, the life savior, the life changer, Unity particle system. So I throw some particles to use in my game, and this is how the first game is looking like. So obviously I had to avoid the orange slides that are coming in the way, and I added this nice particle when moving with the camera shake. You have only 3 lives as you can see, and as soon as you collide with the obstacle, the player turns a little yellow and some orange particles appeared. And if you run out of lives, a game over panel shows up with your current and highest score and the crying cup of mailing. And the game restarts after 3 seconds. That was it for the game, and it's time to smash the second one. So for the second game mechanics, I imported a free map from the asset store, and I was thinking about a platformer movement. So I've made some animation and a new C# script for the player movement control. And now as you can see, I can move right and left and switch looking direction following the movement. So for this game, I thought about a game that I've made before to implement its mechanics in this one. You can check the video up there. So I've added the enemy, which is of course the orange, and a movement script to follow the player as you can see. And of course, we need a powerful weapon to destroy the orange juice gang. A banana. So I give the player the banana weapon, and not any banana. It's a Gucci banana. So for the next 2 days, I set up the game mechanics scripts and I write down all the things that I want to implement in Trello, and I spent some time trying to make the gameplay fun as much as possible with particles and UIs. And as you can see, this is the second game. I can now shoot the random coming oranges. They turn a little white when they collide with the projectile and the damage text shows up. And also if the player collides with it, he turns yellow and receives damage as you can see in the health bar. And if you are lucky, sometimes you can get some heal out of destroying the oranges, and you die as soon as your health is 0. So moving on to the next game mechanics, I wanted to make a game about cutting the oranges like in the famous game Fruit Ninja. So I used Photoshop to help me do that, and I set up both game objects for the complete fruit and the cutted one. And I made script to control the blade that I will use to splat the oranges, and it was looking pretty good. As you can see on the screen, I can swing it around and it gives that satisfying needed effect of a blade, and I can now cut the oranges in half. After that, I used Unity particle system to make some effects for cutting the oranges to have a more realistic and satisfying feeling of gameplay. And as you can now see, I can cut the oranges with particles flying around, and I added a combo system that will affect your score growth later. And as you might know, in the original Fruit Ninja game, they have different kind of fruits, so I decided to add our Gucci banana to the game. As you can see, what the... So I fixed that, and I added a timer to the game, so the game ends when the timer is 0 or you cut 3 bananas, because if you cut it, you lose basically. As you can see, whenever I cut the banana, the camera shakes and I lose a life from the 3 that I have. And as you have a higher combo, you can get a higher score. And the fruits spawn from 3 different locations, right, left and middle. And finally, it was time to make the main menu, so I prepared a background and I started designing it, and I also added music and sound effects to the game, and this is how the final product is looking like. So guys, if you want to try this game yourself, there will be a link in the description. Also make sure to join the Discord server, all links will be down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will leave you with some gameplay.